Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu, OpenClaw Gateway, episode 11 of 11. A true assistant does not just sit idle waiting for you to type a command. It proactively checks your systems and alerts you when something actually needs your attention. Moving from a reactive prompt and response loop to a self-directing agent requires specific scheduling and execution mechanisms. This brings us to proactive automation workflows. OpenClaw handles time-based automation using two distinct mechanisms. The first is the heartbeat. The second is Cron. Engineers often confuse them because they both trigger actions automatically based on time, but they have completely different architectural roles regarding state and session isolation. The heartbeat is a periodic loop that runs continuously within your main active session. It is designed for routine, ongoing checks where your current context matters. Here is the key insight. Because the heartbeat operates inside your current session, it has direct access to your active interface. Think about a scenario where you want to monitor your inbox for urgent messages. You configure a heartbeat to execute a check every 30 minutes. If it detects a critical email, the heartbeat can immediately push a natural language alert straight into your active conversation stream. It acts as an ongoing background thread attached to your current user state, allowing for immediate contextual interruptions. Cron operates entirely differently. It is built for precise, scheduled jobs that require complete isolation. If you want the system to compile a comprehensive daily morning briefing from various data sources at exactly 6 in the morning, you use Cron. When a Cron schedule triggers, OpenClaw does not use your active chat. Instead, it spins up a completely isolated background session. It pulls the necessary data, processes the analytical heavy lifting quietly, and tracks the entire job internally as a background task. This means the heavy processing does not pollute the context window of your active desktop chat. Once the job completes, the finished briefing is stored and ready for you to retrieve when you log in. The heartbeat shares state with you, while Cron runs headless and isolated. Time-based triggers are only part of the workflow. OpenClaw relies on hooks and standing orders as complementary tools to complete the automation loop. While Heartbeat and Cron dictate when an action happens based on a clock, hooks handle external event-driven triggers. A hook exposes a listening endpoint that outside systems can call. If a critical server log indicates a failure, an external system can hit an OpenClaw hook, waking the assistant to analyze the error immediately without waiting for the next scheduled heartbeat pulse. Standing orders provide the persistent operational rules for all these autonomous runs. When that isolated Cron job wakes up at 6 in the morning, there is no user present to guide its output. The standing orders define the exact format, analytical depth, and priority rules the assistant must adhere to while it works completely independently. By combining periodic heartbeats for active monitoring, isolated Cron jobs for heavy scheduled tasks, and persistent standing orders to govern unguided behavior, you fundamentally change the nature of the application. You stop building a simple chat interface and start deploying a true autonomous assistant. Since this is the final episode of our OpenClaw series, I highly encourage you to explore the official documentation, try configuring these background tasks hands-on, or visit devstories.eu to suggest topics for our next series. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Until next time, take it easy.